Hi there and welcome to Powervi. Today I'll be breaking down my top 5 Batman villains of all times and why they're my favourite villains. As far as superhero goes, Batman has one of the largest pool of villains to pick from, and I'm a fan of pretty much all of the villains, but I've managed to whittle it down to my top 5 based on the movies, the series and all the cartoons I've seen. But before we get into this video, please make sure to subscribe so you see more videos like this.
I will freeze the city. Then I will hold Gotham ransom.
So starting off the list at number 5 is Mr. Freeze. Once a brilliant scientist named Victor Fries, he transformed into Mr. Freeze after a failed experiment to save his ill wife, Nora. Freeze's goal is not power or wealth, but to find a cure for his wife. This tragic motivation makes him one of Batman's most sympathetic enemies, but despite his tragic backstory, his icy powers possess a unique challenge for Batman. Mr. Freeze's intellect, combined with his weaponry, forces Batman to face both physical and emotional battles. He's one of the most popular villains, and we have seen multiple adaptations of the character. In these adaptations, we see him use different weapons, and in some versions we see him create an ice suit, making him a very big physical challenge to Batman. In Batman and Robin 1997, played by Arnold Schwarzenegger, we see how Freeze can transform Gotham into an icy wasteland. His ruthless willingness to freeze anything or anyone in his way shows how he's willing to risk everything for his cause. At number 4 we have Riddler, aka Edward Nygma. Known for his elaborate riddles and puzzles, Riddler's greatest weapon is his mind. He just doesn't want to commit crimes for the sake of it, he wants to prove he's smarter than Batman and everyone. The Riddler isn't the biggest physical threat to Batman, but mentally he's always liked to set traps for Batman and stay ahead, making him a very difficult opponent for Batman to deal with. And in certain iterations of Riddler, he knows Batman's real identity, making him even more of a threat. In the Batman 2022, we see a darker version of Riddler, one who uses intellect to expose Gotham's corruption and challenge Batman's moral codes. His riddles aren't just games, they're deadly puzzles with real consequences, forcing Batman to confront the corruption in Gotham that he's sworn to protect. So whether it's Jim Carrey's playing a more playful version of the villain, or Paul playing a more sinister version in the Batman, the Riddler forces Batman into a mental chess match where one wrong answer could lead to chaos. Batman has to rely on his skills, on his intellect and detective skills, often pushing to his limits. He tries to stay one step ahead of the Riddler's traps.
No one cared who I was till I put on the mask.
At number 3 we have Bane, a villain who challenges Batman in both body and mind. Born and raised in the harsh environment of a prison, Bane is a master strategist who also possesses immense physical strength, enhanced by Venom Serum. He's known as the villain that broke Batman physically, and we see this in The Dark Knight Rises where he literally broke Batman's back and then imprisoned him. Played by Tom Hardy, Bane doesn't just outfight Batman, he outsmarts him, he infiltrates Gotham, manipulates its citizens, and finally breaks the Bat both physically and psychologically. The iconic moment straight from the Nightfall storyline demonstrates Batman's brutal intelligence and physical dominance. Bane's physical power is unmatched, and in a one-on-one fight with Batman and Bane, Batman rarely comes out on top. But it's not just that, it's his tactical genius that makes him such a formidable opponent. Whether it's breaking Gotham's infrastructure or crushing Batman's spirit, Bane is one of the few villains that has truly brought Batman to his knees.
We are back to finish the job. And this time no misguided idealists will get in the way.
Coming in at number 2 is sAlGhul, the leader of the League of Shadows. Ra's is a century-old warrior who's being kept alive by regenerational powers of the Lazarus Pit, but his immortality isn't what makes him dangerous, it's his vision of a better world. He has certain similarities to Batman, as Bruce used to train with the League of Shadows, and Ra's used to be the leader of the League, so they both have similar fighting styles in terms of their martial arts experience. Not just that, but he has a lot of followers behind him, meaning Batman rarely has to face Ra's alone. In The Batman Begins 2005, portrayed by Liam Neeson, we see how Ra's sees Gotham as beyond saving. His belief that the only way to cleanse the world is through destruction puts him at a direct opposition to Batman's mission to protect Gotham. Ra's doesn't just challenge Batman physically, but morally, offering him a chance to join the League and carry on his legacy. Unlike many of other Batman's enemies, Ra's actually respects Batman. He sees Bruce Wayne as a potential heir to the League of Shadows, but this respect is also what makes him a dangerous adversary. He knows Batman's limits and is willing to push them to achieve his twisted version of peace.
It's simple. We kill the Batman.
If it's so simple, why haven't you done it already?
If you're good at something, never do it for free.
And at number 1, it's none other than the clown prince of crime himself, the Joker. The Joker is an embodiment of chaos, an anarchist who thrives on disrupting Gotham and breaking Batman's moral code. In The Dark Knight 2008, Heath Ledger's portrayal of the Joker cemented him as one of the greatest movie villains of all times. His unpredictability forces Batman to confront his limits of his own moral code. The Joker doesn't care about money or power, he only wants to push Batman to the edge to prove that even Gotham's protector can fall into madness. Unlike other villains, Joker has no grand plan, just chaos. It makes him Batman's greatest enemy because he represents everything Batman fights against. Their relationship is deeply personal, with the Joker constantly taunting Batman, trying to break him with his one rule, to never kill. It's this psychological warfare that makes the Joker Batman's ultimate nemesis. Whether it's Ledger's iconic take in The Dark Knight, or Mark Hamill's legendary voice acting in Batman animated series, the Joker is a villain that challenges Batman's very soul, forcing him to question what it means to be a hero in a world of chaos. So from the Joker's madness to Bane's brutal force, Batman's rogues gallery is filled with some of the most iconic villains in comic book history. So what do you think about these villains, and who do you think is the greatest Batman villain? Let us know in your comments below. And make sure if you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. But thank you for watching.